you surprised at, I guess, the level of animosity from Brock?
No, you guys should have been with me the whole freaking week. As soon as I got here, he had nothing to say. When he pointed out my shoes, that was the first comments he's ever said in his life. You know, somebody must have told him, like, look, Brock, you're letting this guy walk all over you verbally, this and that, you know. And now he's coming out. He's letting himself be heard. I could care less what he said. I had to act offended, but it was some fun stuff. I really liked the fact that he came up to me to bother me because I was bored in that ring on that media workout. So once he gave me something to zone in on, you guys saw I didn't take my eyes off of him. I was locked in. Every time we do the face-off, I'm ready to fight today. You know, I'm really tired of that smug look on his face where he thinks he's done something. I don't care how long I've been out of the sport. He's never touched one of my accolades in the sport of boxing, you know. So, yeah, you want to talk about one time. He hasn't done one thing one time, one great moment in boxing. All of his past opponents have 6 to 8 to 13 losses on their resume, you know. But I know he's young. I know he's strong. I know this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for him. If he's really geared up, really gung-ho, he can make something happen. So I expect him to swing for the fence. The only thing is he's going to be missing a lot. I'm going to be using my world-class skills and tactics in there, and I'm just going to put him through a boxing lesson.
What was he saying up there in the face-off?
He's going to hurt me, and, you know, I'm just telling him he's bitch-made, you know. Just saying anything to get under his skin. He didn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm using a little bit of foul language, you know, but I just want to press his buttons because he fights like a Tetris, man. He just you know, he's very square. I don't think he has tremendous hand speed, and you know, especially for a lightweight fighter moving up. You know, I've seen lightweights, and lightweights are notoriously known for the speed that they bring as they continue to move up. You know, even Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, so many lightweights as they move up. They, you know, even Paulie Malignaggi was always pretty good. Even at 147, he always had that fast jab, you know. So I don't really see from the American boxers that I know, that I grew up with, that I've worked with, the world champions that I've worked with ever since I was an amateur, I just don't really see what Brock is bringing to the table that's going to be a problem for me. But I guarantee that Keith Thurman is going to be a problem from the beginning of the fight come Wednesday night.
You seem to really get under his skin when you mentioned the trainer, his corner. Jeff Fenech not going to be in his corner. What do you make of that whole situation now?
I saw a little snippet where Fenech was very respectful. You know, he says he's got love for Brock, you know, and that he's ultimately he's a good chap. I've heard that he kind of is a good kid, but depending on his surroundings and his teams and some of his family people, you know, there's a persona that ends up making him be a certain way. That's life sometimes, you know. You go over here. You act this way, you go over there, you act that way with these friends, with those friends, you know. But at the end of the day, this is boxing. He's going to have to show me what he really brings into the ring. I'm going to show my world-class skills. He's going to be in the ring with a 2-time world champion, something that he's never been in the ring with. The closest thing he ever was to witnessing was his coach, and he's calling me an old man. His trainer, the old man, left him because he didn't want to listen. He was being a little too stubborn, a little too hard-headed. So obviously he must have a tremendous game plan by himself. He must know exactly what to do. He must be able to, you know, be ready to take over the whole world of boxing come 2025. And if any of that's true, he's got one opportunity to do it, and it comes Wednesday night.
It seems to be a guy that's basically training himself.
I really don't know, and I really don't care. You know, I've come here focused with my team. We're on our mission to just reestablish ourselves in the sport of boxing. It's been a long time since you guys have seen me like this. We had some great build-up for the Zoo fight, but we did not get to fight week. You know, unfortunately we were injured. I had my surgery, but here we are, ready to go. Yes, Brock is right. Yes, I'm coming off of a surgery. Yes, maybe this injury right here, this big old scar, maybe it's not 100%. But at 45%, I'm still whooping his ass. So, I mean, I'm just happy to be here and show what I can do today And no matter what my performance is, this isn't the epitome of Keith Thurman. This is just the beginning of the comeback of Keith Thurman in 2025. So I do look forward to wiping the floor with Brock come Wednesday night and then getting back into action as soon as possible and furthering my performances come later this year.
Everyone said that injury was a sliding doors moment for Tim Tszyu. Not being able to fight you, he then lost twice. How would things have gone for Tim Tszyu had you not got injured and that fight gone ahead? Where would he be now?
I mean, it would have been. It's very interesting, Obviously, we were extremely confident. You can't play these what if scenario things that never would have happened. But at the end of the day, I was fully confident that I was being underestimated at that time by Tim Tszyu because he was steamrolling through the division. But with the footwork, with the ring IQ, his lack of defense, he pretty much got outboxed because of the distance of Fundora. He had the unfortunate cut on the top of his head. But when you look at how that cut occurred, it cut because Tim Tszyu overstepped. Okay, you can watch the highlight in slow-mo. Tim Tszyu overstepped into the elbow. It's not even like Fundora moved an elbow, raised the elbow. Tim Tszyu ran right into it. And for Keith one-time Thurman, that's enough evidence that he does not have real ring control, which the proper word is called spacing. If Tim Tszyu had good spacing, he would have never been in that scenario. The fact that he found himself in that scenario, if I was in the ring that night, I would have been able to have a better spacing control. I would have been able to take advantage. And most likely, like the left hook that really upset him later on in the year, I most likely would have landed some really nice left hooks, some really nice power shots, which Fundora was not eager to do. Fundora was eager to just box, not get hit, and really just not get hit. And so I think it was a lackluster of an action-packed fight. If it wasn't for looking like a scary movie in Halloween or something with all the blood trickling down Tim Tszyu's face, I think a lot of people would have turned the TV off. I was surprised he didn't pass out from the lack of blood loss. The adrenaline kept him going all night. He's a tremendous warrior. And then I think his team just did some bad matchmaking, too eager to make him champion of the world again. You just lost your first fight, showcase his skills and talents. The American fans saw a tough fighter, a good fighter. So just showcase that again. But unfortunately, his team, just like Brock's team, they think sometimes they're like, no, we're going to do this. This is all, we got it. We're going to make this happen. This person's a nobody. This champion of the world, this former champion of the world, they're nobodies, And, sometimes, like I said, there's people who walk around in this world with false views, and eventually they'll wake up to reality.
Do you think you've gotten under his skin?
I hope so. I'm tired. I'm tired of that man he's got this look, he's got this broad chin, just stands up there, I mean, it's fun, man. It's just trash talk. Like I tell people, sometimes people are really entertained, Sometimes people make really good snippets and they run on it. You get a lot of hype throughout a week. And then sometimes people are in the comment section saying, Thurman's a fool, Thurman's old, Thurman's retired. And you get all these little other comments and Thurman talks too much, But at the end of the day, what people don't understand is this is my job. Can I enjoy my job? Can I have fun doing my job? What do you want to see out of Keith Thurman? It's been 3 years, everybody. Oh, thank God. I've been praying. I've been on my hands and my knees for 3 years. Lord, let me fight. Let me fight, Lord. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, all of you, do something. Like what do you want out of Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman wants to bring great fights into boxing. I want to showcase the world-class skills that I've always had in the sport of boxing, and I want to bring out a little bit of entertainment, baby. So it just is what it is. Real soon, all this talk will be over, and the fight will be happening. And the truth is, that's what I came here to do. I'm ready. It's been a long time coming. I'm looking forward to being in that ring, being in the bright lights, hearing these Sydney fans. I'm expecting some cheers. I'm expecting some boos, and then I'm just expecting to win.
Train, we good?
Yeah. Incredibly fired up face off there. What was Keith Thurman saying to you up there?
I pay no attention to anything Keith says. You know, it's all just emotions running, and I see weakness in him. I see fear and weakness, and I think he's worried. You know, I'm going in for the kill for this fight. I'm going to make an example out of him.
You mentioned Jeff up there. How do you take those comments?
It means nothing. Again, like I said, I pay no attention to anything he says. Look, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, it's only going to be Keith and myself in the ring. So nothing on the outside really matters.
What gives you so much confidence in this fight, Brock?
Because I've prepared hard. I've trained my whole life for a moment like this. So this is my opportunity. I'm going to make the most of it, March 12th.
What does it mean to you, this fight? What would a win mean to you in your career?
This fight means everything to me. You know, like I said, I've trained my whole life for a moment like this. So to get this opportunity is unbelievable, and I've prepared hard, and I'm going in for the kill.
There's a level of disrespect that they're already talking about Thurman versus Tim Tszyu. Other fights for Thurman?
Yeah, 100% it is. But like I said up there, he's coming here once. That's it. I'm going to send him home with a loss, and it is what it is. He can go back to commentating or something.
You win. What's next? Is it Tim Tszyu fight for you?
Whatever fight makes sense. I mean, whatever the Australian public want to see, that's the fight that I'll take.
Why do you beat Keith Thurman?
Because I'm a better fighter. That's how I feel. I'm younger, stronger, hungrier. I've prepared hard, and this is my time. I'm ready.
It seems to be a bit of a mismatch of words up there. He's fast talking, witty. Does that get you? Does that annoy you?
No, not at all. Like I said, I don't even know. Like, he's just talking nonsense. Really started talking about other things. You know, he wants to dodge around the circumstances that we're under. So, look, I'm here for business. You know, this is fight week now. Last week we had a bit of mucking around, a bit of jokes and this and that, but this is fight week and I'm here for business, and I mean business, and I'm going to bring it on March 12th.
What sort of Brock Jarvis can we expect? You're going to come forward, put the pressure on, or more boxing in this fight?
Depends on how Keith comes out. I don't want to force anything, but I've prepared for a hard start. I've prepared for whatever start that it is. You know, I'm going out there to do my thing.
Defensively, have you made more improvements since, say, the earlier part of your career? Because he's still up there saying you're very stiff, your head movement isn't there. Well, they bring that, and American fighters are known to be very elusive and defensively sound.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see on March 12th how defensively elusive and sound he is.
How different do you think he's going to be to his last fight? I mean, 3 years is such a long time. How do you try and make a presumption of what he's going to be?
That's right. It's a significantly long time to be out at that age. But again, I've prepared for the best Keith Thurman. That's the way that it needs to be. And even if it was that, I'm still confident that I can get the stoppage.